Sino-American alliance.
We
love
Chat.
China.
Are we live? Are we live, everyone? Let's see here. YouTube, we working. I clicked the live button. It says we're live. YouTube, we
I'm
working
hearing
today.
reports that we're live and that the Sino-American alliance is
Yeah.
Yeah.
here.
What is
We are
up? What
so
is up,
back.
people of the internet?
We are back.
It is me, real Chinese politics.
I am
Gosh.
real Chinese politics. You know, this is my day. This is my day to take a victory lap.
We're joined by a Xi Jinping stan.
Yeah, so, hey everybody, this is gonna be an interesting stream. Now, I know for the title, people are say, ooh, you're dooming and you hate Trump. I want to be clear about one thing, okay? Let's be clear about one thing.
This is the beginning of our No Kings arc.
No. We're not.
Dude,
we're
I'm
not.
happy with Trump for the first time in a while. What are you talking about?
Listen, I want to be clear about one thing, because people, there are some morons running around saying, ooh, this is why Trump's like in a bad situation or whatever. Let's be clear about one thing. Trump still has time to change course of some stuff. Well, it's not one of those things where it's like, ooh, he has no time and tomorrow's the midterms. No, really, we're a year out from election day, and we know in politics, a year is like a millennium, really. It's like 1,000 years in politics.
I'd like to give a real quick public service announcement. For people who want to know, no, Donald Trump is never going to come out and say the economy is shitty. If he did that, the Democrats would put that in every advertisement for the next year.
All right,
Politicians will never do that, okay? So I don't want to hear anyone saying, you need to stop saying the economy is fine. The difference is, he's saying the economy is fine, but then when you look at what's he doing, he's proposing new legislation that will help end the economy. That's what you've got to do.
Okay, now before we get into today's stream, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. These are all great ways to support the daily content. And we do got a super chat. Again, guys, if you want to support the channel even further or get your chats read,
give us your money. That includes you, American Nerd 1776.
Oh,
I know you've got about $20 in super chats waiting.
Yeah. So again, if you want to get your questions answered, make sure to send super chats. Again, I'll read through as much of chat as possible, but super chats are the best way to get your questions answered. K Cub for 2, Morning Panicins, what are we doing about today? So okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. So President Trump had an interview on Fox News yesterday, and oh boy, that
he proclaimed China's a better friend than Europe. We're back, Patriots.
Yeah, so if Luke's happy about it, that's not a good sign. I'm kidding, but like, you know. Yeah,
hey, I mean, China has been taking some W's. I mean, they arrested Hassan Piker at
I saw that. So okay, basically, President Trump had an interview on Fox News, and if I'm being honest here, this was one of the worst interviews he's ever had. This was bottom of the barrel, really bad. Not just one or two things.
Tiananmen Trump.
Oh gosh, it's not just one or two things. It's not just the Chinese student thing, which is kind of the big one, but there's other things he said that just.
But even then, like, I'll explain why I don't think the Chinese
really just. But okay,
I think it should be less than 600,000. But like, let's be real. If we're concerned about immigration, like foreign students isn't really a problem, especially not Chinese foreign students. Like, these are people that just come here, do work, and then leave. They come here, get an education, and leave.
The China shield's be crazy today. This could be a crazy.
I'm just saying, these people aren't like committing crimes or anything. These aren't from like Uzbekistan. They're not marching in protests or anything. And if they are under Trump's direction, they already have to leave. Like, if they're caught in protests, like by his administration, they're kicked out. So like, I don't really see the problem. I think the number is one thing. But I think, like, if we were to lower it to, like, 100,000, I don't think it'd be the biggest.
Well, okay, now, Laura Ingraham did kind of, like, trap Trump here. Like, I'm going to push back a little bit on some of this stuff. It's under 300,000 a year. Laura Ingraham purposely kind of pulled some shit.
Yeah, then that's not that bad. Bad.
But the problem is, like, the reason a lot of people are furious about this, including myself, is it is a serious security concern. Especially with China. Like, Luke, I know you shill for China, but it is a legitimate concern with a lot of these students. I'm not saying all of them are, but, you know, with the Chinese government, you don't... How do I explain this? It just one of those things.
Are we not starting to do a lot more intelligence sharing with China? That was one of the deals we struck a few weeks ago. And I understand security concerns, and yeah, you don't let normal people wander onto military bases. There's not anything these students would get access to that, like, that Chinese wouldn't already have access
Yeah,
to. They
I
already
understand.
they
Like
have
some it's
dude, they have
overblown.
spies here who are like just acting like normal citizens. Like university students aren't going to be able to like
But
just serve as double agents. It doesn't work like that.
what I think is just the way he framed this. That's what I'm a
Oh,
bit
no,
upset
I
about.
agree. Yeah, the way he framed it, he should have been able to say, "No, we're not bringing in 600,000." I agree. I agree. Like the way he framed it was bad, but I think that I think a lot of people will see a headline and then they just rush to conclusions right away and say, "This is the worst thing ever. Oh my goodness, it's over." And when you look at the nuance of it, it's like it's actually not that bad. It's just
Well,
Trump's been like this for a while. He misspeaks a lot. This is just what he says. You got to look at his actions, not just his words.
yeah,
And
but
that's the problem.
the reason it's so important now is because like the next couple weeks, the messaging has to be perfect. Really, it has to be spot on the next couple weeks because we're in dangerous territory with Trump's administration for his popularity. We'll get to that in a second. But really, the thing that pissed a lot of people off was what he said about like these universities. Like, oh, these poor universities, they'll go under without these Chinese students.
I mean, we kind of do need to keep. I get that's not popular, but still, we don't want American universities to just die.
Well,
That wouldn't be a good look.
Don't
I
just
don't
propose-
like
After Berkeley, especially after yesterday.
well, yeah, that we'll get to the UC Berkeley thing because that's what I think like really set this off because that was happening at the same time. He's like, oh, we gotta protect these great universities, and yeah, UC Berkeley did its thing. American Nerd for 2. Happy Veterans Day, guys. Yep, happy Veterans Day. I forgot to mention
Happy
that.
veterans. Yeah.
Yeah. Lord Rhino for 2. Luke is a true CCP patriot. That's real. K Cub for 2. We need more students from Taiwan instead of China. And I just say reduce students across the board. I don't like this idea of like, oh, we need more immigrants from like Venezuela, which I saw some people suggest because they vote Republican, which is just stupid. But Tristan for 5. Mark Holprin saying affordability will play a big role in State of the Union, suggesting Trump asking cabinet members for policy ideas / suggestions. Oh, listen, trust me, he's been given the numbers. I can confirm that. Like, hey, his approval in the economy sucks. So he better realize that.
Here's what I'll tell you guys: Trump is never going to say the economy sucks. Like that's
I'm not
you never
expecting
admit that
that.
when you're in charge.
I'm not even expecting that. My issue is just when he says we're in the golden age and affordability doesn't matter. That's what he said in this interview, by the way. He
No,
said
here's the difference because people are comparing him to Biden when Biden said there was no problem with the economy. The difference with Biden is Biden didn't do anything except continue the current policy.
oh yeah,
Trump is course correcting. He's changing his policy. Here's what I'll say. The biggest problems people have with Trump, at least in the mainstream right, because for me, I got a lot of problems with Trump policy-wise, but I've been critical of him all year for this, and I don't really expect any of it to change. But a lot of the reason the mainstream right doesn't like him is rhetorical things, like statements he says. But when you look at actual policies, especially after the elections, look at what he's proposed. He's proposing new things. He's planning to work with stuff.
well, I
People
think
just
after
listen too much to what he says. People just listen too much to what he says.
I do like
And
what he
not
did
what he
last
does.
Thursday, where he directed the DOJ to go after like these meatpacking companies. I like stuff like that. That's good. That is what he was elected to do, but it just like you can't say 1 second you're doing this and the next second, oh, affordability doesn't matter. That's what he said, by the way. That's word for word what he said. That affordability is a con job. That's what he said, or cost of living. That's the other part. We'll
And
get to the
again,
rest
it's
of the
just
interview.
stupid stuff he says again. And I wish he wouldn't say that shit. I think he needs better advisors. But like, if he just cleans up the way he says and continues with these policies, he'll be
I agree.
fine. It's not that he's like tanking. It's not that he doesn't know
Well.
what he's. It's just that his rhetoric could be better. That's what I'll say.
Well, that's what people are upset about because, again, I'm not expecting him to say, "Oh, we're in a great recession and we have 80% unemployment." I'm not even expecting that. Just say, "Hey, beef prices went up. We're focused on fixing that." Don't ignore the issue and then say, "Well, there's no inflation." That's why people are pissed off. That's why people are upset. Not that he's not doing enough. Well, he's, in my opinion, should do more. But really, people are upset because the way that he says this stuff, just stop it. I guarantee you.
He's not being based paleo groiper 69 420. That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
But what I'm curious, and I might ask like Mark Mitchell or something, they should conduct a poll on those that disapprove of Trump and the economy. What % say it's because the economy itself versus his rhetoric? I'm very curious about that. Because I'm starting to wonder, a large chunk of this unpopularity is from the economy. But he has done a lot of good stuff, just it's not enough, and then he says some dumb shit. So, that's my take. Saul Goodman for 2, American Nerd for 2, American Nerd for 2, American Nerd for 2. Yeah, it's real. Jacob Martin for 20. In all reality, the optics messaging needs to be better, and affordability not only needs to be addressed more directly, but the effects need to start being felt sooner amongst the public. Otherwise, Trump has been pretty solid. Oh, I agree with that. That's actually my sentiment right now. I think it's stuff like immigration, he's been fantastic. Again, we want more deportations. We want more of that. But he's done a good job securing the southern border. There are good things he's done. But just the last month and a half, I have no clue what happened. Was Kirk that big of an impact on the White House?
Probably.
I'm starting to wonder, because ever since Kirk died, that's when the messaging got really bad and like out of touch. It's when he died, and then it just got worse, and then now you're rambling about something about 50-year mortgages, now a 15-year car loan. It's crazy. American Nerd for 3, defund all universities. Well, no, you can't. Well, I would say defund the bad ones, like we did earlier this year. So Dan,
by the way, Luke, Bucky's in the chat.
Oh yeah,
Who?
Bucky's this 14-year-old who switched parties to the Democrats after the election loss
bro.
because he has no concept of political ideology. Yeah.
All right. American Nerd for, hold on, Sedan for 2. Trump needs to criticize Thune more. I agree. Well, he's not going to, because he wants to work with Thune, but yeah, Thune's been meh.
It's the same reason why he's not going to be endorsing against incumbents except for Massey, because...
And probably MTG.
Oh, yeah. MTG.
We'll get MTG in a second. We'll get...
Yeah.
I'm going to pull that up.
I think a lot of it is... I think he's kind of learned his lesson after the Mo Brooks debacle. That's why he's not going to be unendorsing anybody. He's just going to do co-endorsements now.
Yeah.
Because you saw what happened with Mo Brooks. He went full-blown anti-Trump. Like
well, MTG's on that same route. So... let's see here. American Nerd for 2. Vance to be put in charge of messaging. I know for a fact he's trying. I know that for a fact. Just the freaking... Kids, can we fire Susie Wiles already? I'm getting so sick of this shit. And why are people defending her still? She's
Trump is binders full of women.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Well, I mean, like, notice a pattern. Like, name, like, the 3 shit, like, parts of the cabinet. Notice who they are? It's Susie Wiles, Rollins, the Agriculture Secretary, and Pam Bondi. All 3 of them suck.
It's because they're women.
Well, no, but it's... I mean, Tulsi Gabbard's fantastic.
Like a certain type of person shouldn't be near government.
Oh, gosh.
I'm talking about blondes, by the way.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. American Nerd
They're
for
really
2.
enforcing the dumb blonde stereotype. Notice that Tulsi Gabbard isn't blonde.
She's been one of the best parts of the cabinet. Easily.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I think there's just a blonde problem.
That's actually... I'm actually curious about that. There's going to be a study on that.
There needs to be a study conducted, yeah.
Yeah,
not to mention, remember, Marjorie Taylor Greene is also blonde.
Okay, according to my good affiliate, Boston Nationalist, apparently the GOP announced there's going to be a healthcare plan by December, but I'll believe that.
Yeah, how did I... Remember 2020? Guys, the healthcare plan's in the works.
The well-awaited Trump healthcare plan.
Concepts of a plan.
Well, that was last year. But no, 2020, I remember this well. Trump's like, yeah, we have a healthcare plan to be released next week. They said that, like, I think it was like April,
I was
July of 24.
thinking about it yesterday. McCain's vote saved Obamacare. Had Obamacare actually been completely abolished, I don't know if Congress would have been able to come up with a replacement, just because they're so...
Yeah, and that's a good... I mean, that's a good point. I mean, I don't think they would ever got anything through. At least
I'm wondering if McCain... I'm going to give a lot of blowback for this. May have saved us from a blue tsunami.
No, because in my opinion, that vote, like, the reason that the vote hurt was not because it was like, you know, you may argue it's not good politically or whatever, but really, a lot of Trump voters were so pissed off by that vote, they didn't vote after that.
Right. That's fair. That's fair.
That's the thing. Like, people were like, fuck this guy, especially in Arizona. Look what happened in Arizona. Became a blue state for a while because of that.
Yeah. I mean, he also died, but...
Well, yeah, that's part of it, but...
Okay, so the source for that was Roger Marshall, by the way, for the healthcare.
And Roger Marshall's a good senator, so I want to see it first.
Roger Marshall's also a doctor.
I get it. Doctor Oz.
I mean, so is, but then again, so is Rand Paul.
Well, Rand Paul's is a dumbass. I mean, what is he trying to keep the government shut down for hemp or whatever?
For weed, which isn't even that big of an industry in Kentucky. I don't even know what
because he gets paid off by them. That's why he's a fraud. All these assholes are frauds. We have to worry about this freaking weed or whatever, or hemp or whatever. It's stupid. All right. American Nerd for 2. Does Trump have bad messaging because he's a boomer? I actually talked to, I'm not going to say who, but I talked to somebody about this. Like, yeah, it might be because he's a boomer and he just doesn't really get it. Not 100%. Vance does because, he's a millennial or whatever, but I don't know.
I mean, thankfully, I don't see any president ever being elected again that's over the age of 70.
No, we're not going to get old president for a long time. Not going to happen. Maybe 65 or maybe 66, but that's pushing, I think.
I mean, if Vance wins, Rubio, if he's vice president, he probably won't be president after that. He'll probably retire from politics. But
President Gilbert, giddy up for 5. This is why I'm ready for JD to be president. Don't fail us, bro. Well, for those that are saying that, guys, we still got to have a good economy by 28. If we don't, Vance is screwed.
If the economy sucks, we're going to probably get President Harris or Newsom. And
I think Newsom.
If that's the case, we're done. We're never winning an election again. Because at that point, Democrats are going to control every single issue.
Yeah. So
at that point in time, it's time to move to Poland.
Yeah, I saw that what you posted yesterday, Luke.
By the way, happy Polish Independence Day.
Oh, really? It's the same day as Veterans Day? Really?
And happy Veterans Day to everybody. Yes.
We already said Veterans Day, but yeah, Polish Independence Day on this day in, I believe it was 1918. It was the end of the First World War. They were given.
Okay.
The Independence Day of
we're gonna win 28, guys. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, my argument's just hey, you don't want to get to the point of it's 2028 and we have a housing crisis. You don't want to get to that point. That's what I'm saying. Because now there's
unless there's a great recession, we're probably gonna win.
Well,
it is looking like we're gonna have a recession this year, I think. I guess
this is why I'm pissed off. I wish I know this sounds kind of stupid. They would have been better off just having a recession this year. They would have been better off just having a shit economy this year to get over with. Because that would have reset inflation immediately. And that would have fixed a lot of issues. I will say, if
Trump shouldn't have done the fucking tariffs. I'm going to be honest. It was a stupid decision. That's a big reason for most of this.
And
now it's coming back. No, I don't think you should push back on that.
I'm going to push back a little bit.
I think it's pretty clear that we were not in the position to do these this year. That would have been a good Vance project for 2029 or something.
What I think the problem was, it's not the tariffs themselves, it's the way they were handled. The way that we conduct them. I like Lutnick, but I have no clue what the hell he's doing.
I mean, dude, we know the reason. He buys a bunch of shorts,
Yeah.
So he banked a bunch of money after Liberation Day. He did that to enrich his own fucking account with the...
Well, the problem, if they would have just done, if they would have done targeted tariffs like they should have done, again, the universal 10% tariff, nobody's against that. But it just, when you get to this shit of 80% tariffs on random countries, what's a random country had a huge tariff on?
Penguin Islands.
Yeah. Penguin Island.
No, apparently that was just in case businesses moved
there. Well, because they can do that. Yeah, they can get around the tariffs through that. That's why we had the tariff there, but... It just, if they would have done they should have just slowly built up to large tariffs. Start at 10% universal, force countries to negotiate. If they don't, then do more. That would be more popular. Just, we have a 90% tariff on everybody. And the next day it's actually 10%. Then 85%, which is the biggest issue. It was so inconsistent. You had no clue what the rate was going to be. And people were like, that caused inflation, when it really didn't, but... Lord Rhino for 5. If Trump wants a quick W, then he should make maternity leave paid for all. I would say the easier win is raise the minimum wage. Well, why not this point? Nobody pays $7 an hour.
Which at this point, that's an outdated for Congress.
I know. It's Democrats would kill it, so.
Democrats aren't going to prove anything. Well, they're not going to prove anything from Trump. But they're probably at this rate not going to approve a minimum wage increase that's not 20.
That's true.
Because Bernie doesn't even support 15 anymore. Bernie, I think, is supporting 20 or 25.
Object Clays Carter for 2. Make Miller chief of staff. He'll get them in shape. Yeah, I mean, the only people I trust at this point in the admin is Miller and Vance. And RFK.
You should put
That's
me in charge of chief of staff.
No.
We'd have we'd have European immigration policies. We'd successfully get China to turn on Russia. It'd be pretty good.
all right. Couple more super chats. American Nerd for 2. Lilbursts love their weed. Well, yeah, that's a big thing for them. But it's just weird. It's like you're gonna keep the government shut down over weed, really? Chance Drazik for 5.
Yes.
In a world of Rand Paul's, be it Bernie Moreno, he did great the other day. But my God, Rand is killing his career's point. Yeah, he's not Ron Paul. That's clear as day. He's definitely not his dad. His dad would be pissing around with
in
this.
general was revealed to me in a dream.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, the funny thing about that meme though is Fetterman.
Yeah, American Nerd for 2. Tariffs are base. We need more tariffs. Well, no, just handle them better next time. Okay,
Maybe
everybody.
don't do them when we're recovering from a recession too. That was probably a stupid idea.
Well,
Again, timing was the issue.
Yeah, I think the timing and the way we did it. That was the problem. If they would have done
I wouldn't
tariffs,
be opposed. If we did this even in like 2020, this should have been a Vance project. That's my take. I think the economy was in a position, especially luckily we were able to get out of the foreign issue. I mean,
mostly.
Dude, seems like Trump has a better relationship with China than like we've had in decades. Like
That's weird.
At least since like Bush Jr. Probably since longer than that. But no, because Trump is a good personal relationship with Xi, and I think that carried on over from his first term, which is why I think we were able to get the tariff situation situated very quickly. But like overall, we got very good foreign relations wise. That should have been the purpose of the year, but I think the tariffs needlessly angered a bunch of people when we really don't want to. But I think we got that mostly figured out. The biggest issue now is going to be the economic impact.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say this though: the foreign policy. Listen, though, this Syrian thing yesterday was stupid. That was
having the president there. Wait, what?
Listen, I don't think it was a good idea having the president there like that.
What did he do? What did
You don't know the Syrian president? What he did?
Oh, you mean how he used to be in Al Qaeda or whatever?
Yeah, and freaking lit people on fire and stuff.
Well, he's the president of Syria now.
I know, but
that's realpolitik. You have to do business with Nixon. Like, dude, Nixon met with Mao, and Mao like killed more people than Hitler. Like he killed like 50 million people. But
Oh yeah, for the tariffs, like back in April, they made sense, but just after like a couple months, it just got ridiculous how they were handling them. That's what I said. The tariffs were a good idea, just the way they did it was stupid. So. The way they kept changing, like one day China has a 20% rate, next day it's 112%, next day it's 170%.
Now it's manageable. I love how they got all the tariffs situated with China after like one meeting. Just like Trump and Xi meet each other. It's like, it's over now. We got it.
Why is the Daily Caller promoting the idea of a Newsom Kinzinger ticket?
What? Is that their ticket in 28? Oh God, that's match made in hell. All right, other news, everybody. We have some more economic numbers. Goldman Sachs, the United States is likely to lose 150,000 jobs in October. Yeah, so jobs in non-farm payroll jobs fell by 50,000 in October, the largest drop since 2020. Its job growth tracker slowed to 50,000 from 85,000 in September, with an additional 100,000 job cuts due to Trump administration's efforts. So part of it is, the shutdown a little bit. But we lost 50,000 jobs in last month.
I think part of that's still due to the rates. Like I think with they're still pretty high. I know.
Yeah, they gotta cut the rates. That's just ridiculous. Cut it to like 2%. One or 2%. But yeah, like this is not good because we have a year to figure this out. Is it possible? I mean. Trump was able to had a booming economy in his first term. Hell, Reagan, for crying out loud. People forget about this. Reagan was able to go from a giant recession to an economic boom, the largest since the 50s, in like 2 months. So it's entirely possible.
I will point out the economy was still pretty shit by the midterms, and he did suffer a lot in the midterms.
Well, no, I'm just saying like from 83 to 84. That's what I meant.
I'll actually say this. Mark Halperin made a very good point on his show today. It might, honestly, and this might sound crazy, and I'm not saying I endorse this. I still think we should win the midterms. But if the Democrats have a good year in 2026, that could potentially inadvertently help Vance in 2028. Because then everything for like the second half of Trump's like presidency, because like let's be real, if Dems take back the House, it's going to be a tiny majority due to redistricting.
Well,
They're not
no,
going to have a
according to
lot, but Trump will still be able to like Vance will be able to say like when he's questioned like why weren't you able to do this, he can just say look the Dems blocked everything, and
that's actually a really good point. I
so
don't think
like
it's a good
then
idea.
in 28, no, 20. Yeah, I don't think we should purposefully throw the House. We should still try to win it. But I'm just saying, if we do lose the House, because it would be narrow, it'd be very easy for us to pick up again in 28. Vance could say, "Look, you want us to get back to what we were doing? Elect me, give me a Republican Congress, and we could see that." We'll have to wait and see, though. Again, I don't think we should purposefully throw the House, but that's just a good point that Mark Halpern made on his show today.
Yeah, I actually think it's a good idea, but well, not a good idea, but like it's a good point. I think that's a really good point about 26. And now some people are claiming like Democrats get 250 in the House, like Barris and stuff and Barnes. It's like, oh, guys, and you know what they're saying is the reason.
I don't even have a math, even without redistricting. There's no mathematical path for that.
They're claiming it's
bigger than 2018.
They're claiming Ohio's like Democrat now, like safe Democrat in Texas.
I mean, their best path to the House right now is if the VRA doesn't get struck down.
Well, Robert Barnes said Jack Ciattarelli lost because of Ukraine aid, so I don't really.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I mean those two, like Barnes just completely just went off his rocker. Barris though, he's bringing up good points, but I mean, I'm sorry if you're saying the ballroom caused a blue wave, and frickin' something about Pablo Escobar being a good guy, it's like really, are we to that point now where you're shilling for Pablo Escobar?
I mean,
when
the
you
Democrats have kind of
online in these circles, it becomes very easy to just think every minor Trump thing like is like turning off voters. But in reality, people don't see this stuff. Most Americans probably don't even know about the ballroom. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, well, Democrats claim they're claiming that they won on
the
Tuesday
ballroom
because
like their biggest issue for maybe a week or something.
Yeah, but no, according to them, like the ballroom is like a sign of Trump like losing or something. I don't. The freaking dumbasses. It's stuff like that. That's crazy.
Hitler built a ballroom.
The criticism of Trump like are valid in the economy, but my God, the ballroom shit's crazy. All right, let's see here. K-Cup for 2. Luke, I love y'all, but you as a chief of staff is scary. American Nerd for 2.
It'll happen eventually. I don't know about eventually.
Bring back using tariffs to pay for the budget. Well, that's never going to happen, but that's the goal. It's just not going to happen.
When am I getting my mega check?
Yeah, well, this is something I think is the genius of Trump. This is a good thing he should do. Right before Christmas, pass a $2,000 check. Tell the Supreme Court to go fuck itself. And just
what
say,
are they
hey,
going to do? Ask every American to pay it back?
That's what I'm saying. Just give everybody $2,000. What are they going to do? Oh, hey, give us the money back. It's like that clip from Smiling Friends when the president like gives like a bunch of people money. And then, like, he asks for the money back, and like it just crashes the economy. It's like they can't do anything. That's what I'm saying. Trump force through the stimulus check and say, "Oh, sorry, the money's gone. Money's gone forever. Never gonna see it again." President Gilbert Giddy up for 20. I'll say this to add to my previous super chat. Obama was doing shit in his first term, but because Republicans were incompetent, Obama won re-election. Does that mean we should expect the same? But I'm not saying, does that mean we should expect the same? But I am saying there are similarities. Oh, there are similarities, but I don't know. I don't know how you can compare the two. I don't know. Chance Razik for 5. I disliked MTG before. It's cool. She can't control her emotions. I'm convinced. Trump gives her mild criticism and she spazzes out. She's uploading.
Blonde theory. Blonde theory.
Well, this is what Trump said. I finally brought the tweet. He said, I don't know what happened to, excuse me. I don't know what happened to Marjorie. She's a nice woman, but I don't know what happened. She lost her way, I think. I'm surprised at her. And
you know what happened? You know the reason this happened?
Why?
Because Trump didn't endorse her for the Senate race. That's why this happened.
That's a real reason, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the real, not this bullshit, ooh, it's Epstein. No, it's because she blew a fucking gasket over the Senate race.
Honestly, you want me to be honest, I think by next February, she'll probably be back to normal. I think she's just doing a mood swing. I'm going to be honest. Honestly, I think that's honestly the case.
Maybe.
I don't see why it wouldn't be. I have a feeling by next February, it's going to be back to normal.
We'll see. All right. Mary Miller is a blonde, yet she's based. Well, yeah.
Yeah, and Anna Paulina Luna has black hair, and Luke hates her.
Well, that's for obvious other reasons. We don't need to get into on a public live stream.
Yeah, let's not go down that rabbit hole.
I've had experience with women in that category. Let's just say.
Oh gosh. Anyways, so we got to talk about the some pretty big developments on some other stuff going on because oh boy, we have some things that make me kind of scared about the future because for those that don't know, everybody knows what Fannie Mae is here, right? I would assume so.
Well, that I need to remember my political economy class.
2008.
I think it was brought up. Yeah, the 2008 financial crisis. That's what I was going to say. Yeah,
it's something related to 2008. That's what I'm going to say. But Fannie Mae is set to drop its 620 credit score minimum. The mortgage giant will instead use its own analysis of risk factors. Officials say they're easing the barriers to borrow. Oh my gosh. They're just going to do a repeat of
2008.
Here we go. Freaking Fannie Mae saying, yeah, you know what? There's no limits on who can get loans. Anybody can get a mortgage and can't pay it off in 10 years. Like, oh my gosh. I guarantee you the Trump administration said yes to this. Because this is something that's really starting to bug me. All they're doing is not actually addressing the issues for the housing market. They're just saying, oh, you have debts for your entire life, like a 50-year mortgage. You're never gonna pay it off. You're screwed. And now anybody can get a loan. Anybody can get a mortgage. I don't get what they're doing on this front. Like, are they just shilling this much for like the banks? Is that what they're doing here?
Yep, that's what happens. The banks, they do stuff.
Well, I mean, like, this is just, who does this benefit? Seriously, it benefits only bankers and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's time to move to Poland.
It benefits the 1%. The 1%.
Yeah. This is stupid.
We're going back to Occupy Wall Street, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Start a GoFundMe so I can move to Poland.
K-Cup for 2. You mean I got my credit score to 282 for nothing? Basically. I mean, this is insane. What are we doing? The Trump administration, they have their hands on this, by the way. They're pushing this shit. Yeah, this is a good point by Chad. Now, by Tom and Chad. Now we're back to lowering the bar to indebt everyone and destroy the market instead of addressing the underlying issue. Trump admin is beholden to donors at this point. Yeah. That's the issue here. All they're doing is they're not actually addressing the problems. They're not fixing the insane cost to build these houses. They're not focused on the insane regulations for zoning laws. They're focused on you being in debt for the rest of your life. And you can never get out of the hole. Lord Rondo for 2. Welcome back, 2008 market crash. Yeah. How does this benefit, like, the average person? How? Oh, it's easier for people to get houses. Yeah, but these people can't afford it. It's just 2008 all over again. I don't know. And after the 50-year mortgage thing, which, by the way, Trump doubled down on, which, again, there's nothing wrong with the idea of it. Like, hey, you could pay it off earlier. I get that. Like, that's not the problem. It just, why is that the solution? Why is that the solution to fixing the housing market? It's bad. How would you do it again? Oh gosh, Luke, really? Really, Luke?
I gotta support rap, dude.
Luke for 2. Woke must be stopped. Yeah. The wokeness.
Thank you for reading my message. I appreciate that.
Just have more money. Yeah, I mean, that's the solution. Just have more money.
Stop being poor.
I mean, the sad part is I cannot even imagine being Vance or Miller right now. They understand the issues here. They're trying to solve it. Just they're handcuffed right now. It's just not good. But yeah, guys, you have no credit score? Go buy a house. They'll give you a house for free. Just sign this piece of paper. You're owned by the banks forever.
Blue Tsunami 2026 and 2020.
Okay, Boston Nationalist just sent me something. I will put this in general. I guess Boston's watching the stream, so
yeah,
he's just like
he always does.
Yeah, here we go, right here.
I saw this. Now, okay, this thing right here, this is a huge problem with the admin. Now, it sounds good on paper. Let me pull this up. So basically, since we're talking about the market being shit, basically, Politico reported that, how do you say, is it Polte? How do you say his name? It's this guy's in charge of the housing agency, all right, for the federal government. And listen, he's a good guy. He has good intentions, but man,
It's Pulte.
yeah. So he was the one that pushed the idea of a 50-year mortgage, which I want to clear about one thing. It's not all his fault. He would just propose an idea like, hey, if you want to have lower monthly payments, just do the 50-year mortgage. Well, now, after the backlash was so bad, now the White House, they're mad at Pulte for proposing the idea. Just proposing the idea of, hey, we could lower the rates and all that stuff through this. Really? And now they're blaming him. They're going to throw him under the bus. The White House is blindsided by the idea and is now dealing with furious backlash from conservative allies. Wait a minute, they're blindsided by this? But Trump approved it! Did Trump that they posted first to Truth Social? Am I wrong about that? Am I misremembering things? I swore he was the one that posted it first. How is it this guy's fault then? Just for proposing an idea. Not that was the solution. He later said like, hey, we're looking at other things as well. It was just an idea. Really? All right. The definitive plan for Trump to win over the working vote and the overqualification bias of the workforce. I agree with that. And 2, implement a new gold standard with checks. We're never getting gold standard again. Listen, that ship sailed after Ron Paul went down. That ship sailed. All right. I remember when Charlie Kirk talked about the buy now, pay later scheme. Yeah. Funny how that works. The millisecond Kirk's dead, suddenly, oh, we got to do the shit of you buy it now and pay it later crap for everything. You don't own anything. You don't own your house. You don't own your car. Here's a 30-year loan for a car. And hello, Puster Tubbs.
Yeah, hey, not been the best week for the admin.
Yeah, this has been bad. So now they're going to throw this guy under the bus.
I'm actually the one person who doesn't think this week is that bad, and
It's been pretty bad.
I'm someone who's very critical of Trump. I like look, if the Chinese student thing, like again, Poster Tubbs, you weren't here, it was misread. Laura Ingraham purposefully went overboard with that. It's
yeah,
not
I'll defend Trump with that part. She purposely said that. That was bullshit.
Look, and I'm going to be honest, bro. I don't think Chinese foreign students are the problem right now. I think migration overall is the problem. And these are temporary students coming for college and then leaving.
Foreign students is the fact that the whole IP theft thing, that's the real problem, right? With them.
Yeah, so, okay. Apparently
regulate that. We look into regulating that. That can be part. I'm sure that'll be part of the deal. There's a lot of stuff because, again, I'm sure this is going to be part of the deal. So I'm sure with China. So I'm sure there are going to be a lot of discussions on this. I'm sure it's being raised by people on Trump's team because that is a big issue. And the administration has called that out. It's not like this is just going to go under the rug. Same way with the fentanyl. Like Xi's also like part of it is looking into fighting the fentanyl creation within China. So there's going to be a lot of deals made.
Apparently, I'm looking more in this situation. Allegedly, what happened is Pulte, he just went to Trump and be like, hey, maybe we can look at a 50-year mortgage, right? Like, as an alternative, not like the end-all, be-all. And allegedly, President Trump posted the image 10 minutes later on Truth Social. So it's Trump. Listen, don't throw this guy under the bus. It's Trump's fault. Just admit that, hey, he misread the room. And he went overboard with it. It just was not a smart move. You don't have to say, ooh, he's the worst president ever, but just the 50-year mortgage thing, make that one possible solution. Don't just say that as the number one issue. That's stupid. That's why people are bad. Lord Rhino for 5, you will eat the bugs, you will own nothing to be happy. Yeah?
Dude, we need Klaus Schwab back. I miss him. He was pretty cool. He was a pretty cool guy.
Conservative millennial for 2. Chief of staff is awful, but Trump won't fire anybody. Yeah, he's never going to fire anybody. We're to that point. Has anybody been fired
Even
yet?
they didn't even fire Mike Waltz. He just
Yeah, they
moved
just
him.
made him resign. Well, they kind of
No,
fired
they
him.
moved him. No, and then they moved him to the UN. So it's like he didn't even kick him from the admin. He just moved him to a different part of the admin.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not
I
good.
still can't believe that fucking Hassan got arrested. He was just there glazing China. And then they're like, shut up. Like, he's just harassing people to glaze the government. Then China's just like, yeah, shut the fuck up. Just shut up. You don't even know anything. Yeah, I hate Hassan. Like, Hassan's entire thing is like, China's the one progressive country in the world. And then China's like, no, we're not progressive.
Yeah,
if
that's
you guys ever want to laugh, look at like those videos of like those men who wear dresses in China, and then like the police just come and arrest them. It's fucking
they beat the
hilarious.
shit out of them and make them disappear. That's what happens in China.
It's funny. It's funny. I love it. We need more of that in America. I'm kidding. No,
American
we
Nerd
shouldn't
for
be.
2. White House communication team doesn't know what the f they're doing. It's just that's a huge problem too. The guys over at like the Department of Homeland Security, they've done a fantastic job even in a shutdown. But come on. American Nerd for 2. What? Read that already. Shit. In my opinion, I don't think it's too late to implement some kind of gold standard to help keep the dollar stable. I just don't think it's possible right now. You have to like, I don't even know how you would implement it now. A gold standard. How?
Oh, this is quite the pivot. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk, a liberal, by the way, has decided today that he is rejecting the European Immigration Pact.
Oh, I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Aren't his polls like shit right now?
Yeah. It's Law and Justice is going to win the next election. Yeah. No, he had to make a new political party. He rebranded his political party to try. And I guess he is polling in first, but like Law and Justice, Confederation, and then Bronze Party, which I think far right is an understatement. They're all polling to get more seats than Civic Coalition. So they're going to form the next government.
All right.
Yeah, if you want to know about that party that I said far right is an understatement. Look at what the guy did in the parliament. He burned. He
I know
put
what you
out
did.
a certain thing.
Yeah, he listen. I know who you're talking about. Most people probably do in chat, but for those that don't, it's
Eye patch man.
yeah, it's don't piss around in Poland. So don't piss around there. Okay, let's talk about what is, in my opinion, this is going to be potentially Trump's last chance to really reverse course on. And for those that don't know, yesterday there were riots at UC Berkeley because TPUSA was there. Let me pull this up. UC Berkeley. So there's a giant riot that happened there. Shit got set on fire. People got like beat up and stuff. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Let me pull this up. Shit. Yeah, so this is the state of... This was, shoot. What the hell is that, Luke?
That's the Polish Independence Day march.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, for those that don't know, UC Berkeley, they, this is what it looked like yesterday. Man, what a very civil place. Man, what a great set of affairs. Look at this. Shit's on fire. There's people everywhere. They're beating each other up. And this was right outside of wasn't there a TPUSA event? That's what happened here, right?
Yeah, that was what it's for, yeah.
And this is what happened. Now, obviously, this is UC Berkeley, which is just, they've always been crazy. But
It's like a 98-1 school, I believe.
yeah, it's nuts. But has the Trump administration said anything about this yet? Has there been a single word uttered here? Guys, they're opening Antifa. Didn't Trump designate these people? Didn't Trump designate these people as terrorists like a month ago? Where are the arrests here? Listen, I know obviously like some people are crazy saying, "Oh, we got to arrest every leftist." No, that's not going to happen. But seriously, I have heard nothing. Okay, I think I heard something from the DOJ. They might have said something, but the problem is they're going to take like 6 months to do anything, and they say, "Oh, we can't charge anybody." This right here is insane. This is 2 months after Kirk got shot. These people have become emboldened because they realized nobody's gonna get arrested. Nobody's gonna get
Again,
charged.
Bane style court system.
Yeah, that's what we need. Get Scarecrow as the judge and the jury.
Exile or death.
Yeah, and exiles in the frozen lake or whatever.
Now, what would it be? Yeah, Wisconsin. We can ship them up to Wisconsin. No,
Yeah.
they get to go on the Edmund Fitzgerald
Oh,
remake.
God. No, it's like that shitty submarine that they go on. They try to go to the Titanic and it blew up. What's the name of the submarine again?
Titan submarine.
Yeah,
Dude, you think that's
Titan.
look at the submarines
Titan.
the Confederates made during the Civil War. You know about those ones?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. All right.
Those were like the first submarines. Yeah.
Marcus Holiday for 50. I truly believe that this year, for right or wrong, was completely focused on foreign policy. Hopefully now they'll pivot to domestic policy
Oh, it
and
was
the
for
economy.
right. We needed to do it
but I'm
because
not
if we didn't,
Luke,
the world would have. Okay. Yeah.
But I'm not expecting it to be perfect or smooth, but I think it'll work out in the end. Go on, Luke. I was trying to finish that.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, I was just saying, I've said this before. Yeah, this year we kind of had to focus on foreign policy because of how much Biden destroyed our relationship with every non-European country. It was necessary, and now we've got it. I mean, we got the best relationship with China in decades. Similar with Russia, too. At least we have diplomatic relations with Russia. I can't stress that enough, how Biden... And again, you guys know I'm not a fan of Russia. I fucking hate them, especially with what they... Yeah, I'm not a fan of Russia at all. But I'm at least glad we have diplomatic relations, unlike under Biden, who severed all diplomatic ties after the invasion, which you never do.
Yes, I mean, like,
yeah.
this is the foreign policy thing. Listen, some people got overboard with the foreign policy thing. I understand why he has to talk to Saudi Arabia and stuff. He wants to make these trade deals and economic deals with these countries, so we rake in a fortune. That I get. But it just, people got sick of it, and it went on and on. No focus on the economy enough. Again, I understand why they had to.
Hey, what have I missed?
We're talking about UC Berkeley being on fire, and then like foreign policy stuff. But
UC Berkeley.
Oh, yeah, I
there's
just saw the
there's
clip.
the Fannie Mae stuff. So we're about to have another housing crisis, and it's going to be a blue tsunami in 26 and 28, and we're going to get
Okay.
Gavin Newsom president. That's so true.
K-Cub for 2. Reagan called up Berkeley for this 60 years ago, and they did nothing. They did jack shit. So, American Nerd for 2. Trump needs to invoke the Insurrection Act everywhere. It's never going to happen. He had his chance and he wasted it. Had his chance in Chicago and LA and freaking blew it. Eli for 27. Death of democracy is when you realize nothing works. Yeah. How is the current system working?
See, that's what Trump should be criticized for. The fact he didn't send any National Guard troops into Chicago because he might get sued. That's what I oppose. Not because he's letting Chinese students come here as part of a China trade deal, okay? That just doesn't matter, okay? I'm sorry. It's useless. I think what should matter, though, is the situation with the... with the whole Chicago situation. I think we should have sent the National Guard to Chicago easily. It's like the third largest city in the country. Now it's owned by the gangs. Half of the city's owned by the gangs. I think it's important to go in there and clean that up.
We're at a point now where it's like the gangs are fighting the cartels. That's what happened under Biden. Yeah, the gangs
And this
fighting
is
the
the
cartel.
third largest city in America. This is the largest city in the Midwest. And I don't think it should be in that position.
And we did not.
Yeah, if there's any criticism of Trump that I think is very legitimate, it's not just that, but also the him not going after some of these judges as much as he should be, or just like that he should be ignoring a lot of these judges more. I think they're just being too cautious.
Sorry,
News.
I missed the super chat. I'm sorry about this, guys. Somebody forgets to mention
Oh,
it.
no, enough.
No, I just had to say something. Conservative millennial for 2. Trump had 4 years of plan. Amateur hour this administration. Yeah, it's been amateur hour at times. But yeah, sorry for interrupting. Just go on. Sorry about that. I want to get that out of the way before I forget.
What's the breaking news?
Oh, no, I just had it was just a quick super chat.
I thought there was break. I thought he was going to have breaking news.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shit. Okay, where we at? But yeah, I think just the Trump ad, they that's the thing that really just upsetted people. No response to the Kirk killings. Nothing. Just, we might do something in 5 months. Maybe. All right. And yeah, the judges, that's another thing you mentioned. Just, has a single judge been impeached yet?
Wasn't there allegedly supposed to be like impeachment stuff against Boasberg?
Oh yeah,
or something?
Boasberg. Yeah, that's gonna go nowhere. But
I mean,
At
I know
least
the
try.
one. I know the one Wisconsin judge got put in jail for aiding the illegal migrant in
Yeah.
Milwaukee. But aside from that, I haven't really heard much, if anything.
Tristan for 5. Not sure why TPUSA agreed to do this event in the first place. It was always be like this canceled to keep your supporters safe. Well, that's stupid. No, like, you should not have to cancel that because, like, these people are nuts. That's insane. And the Trump admin is dropping the freaking ball. Kirk is dead right now. What is it going to take? Is it going to take for somebody else to die on the right? Some big figure to get shot like Matt Walsh? Like, seriously.
Do we have any updates on the cat turd assassination, by the way?
Yeah, for those little, they're trying to kill Cat Turd.
I forgot
Dude,
about
if
that.
Cat Turd
Holy
isn't
crap!
safe, like no one is, bro. Like,
Yeah. Cat Turd almost got killed. They're trying to kill him. They stalked him, trying to kill him. Same with Matt Walsh's family. And they have done nothing.
I completely forgot about the cat turd stuff that happened. What was that, like this weekend or something?
Yeah, some lunatics were stalking him, and they were planning to kill him and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Catcher has tweeted about it. He spends like half a day on Twitter, so I'm not going to scroll all the way through his Twitter just to find it. But.
Yeah, for those that don't know, it's been all but confirmed. But on Saturday night, someone, I don't know, I forgot who it was. They discovered this operation of lunatics running around and stalking conservatives and their families like Matt Walsh, Cat Turd of all people, and all of that. And they were planning to kill them. They were planning to kill these people. It's like, where's the admin at? Where's the Trump administration at right now? These people become emboldened. That's what I'm scared about. These people become emboldened after Kirk got shot. Because you know what's the response been pathetic? And people are just being emboldened by it. Just, we can do what we want. It doesn't matter. All right.
Well, and part of it is also the fact that, like, you have a lot of people on the left, specifically younger people, who are very disillusioned with politics, and so they're resorting to violence because they perceive it's the only way to actually get things done.
It's not good. Not good at all. Not a good.
The Mamdani would be center right in Europe crowd.
Yeah, that crowd. He'd be center right. Bernie's far right for Europe.
Bernie would be in the AFD.
Yeah.
I saw someone make that argument.
I saw that. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. Lord Rhino for 5. I'm kind of curious on Luke's views on Alexander Dugin. I think he's a very dangerous person.
Alexander Dugin.
I hate that guy. That guy is literal Russian propaganda. He works for the Russian State Department.
No, he's
like,
actually
a bunch of people on the right think he's like an actual intellect, and it's like he's the guy who blamed Ukraine for the Kirk assassination. He's just stupid.
Speaking of the Kirk thing, you guys see what Candace Owens did?
Wait, was it Turning Point?
What happened there?
Last
it was
week
Turning Point that did it. Now she's saying Turning Point killed Kirk, and that it's suspicious that they've become focused on faith in the last couple of years. I'm not even joking. Something about religion or something. They're too religious or something. Can't make this up with Candace Owens, everybody. I gotta pull this up. It's fucking insane. Candace Owens. Okay. Shit. Magic Show for 3. People say he should be impeached. Who? Trump? No. Boasberg, I think, but... Polite Rude Guy for 2. I support Trump 2028, never given to the left. He's not running again. He's never running again.
Who said there would be an election?
Yeah. American Nerd for 2. Did Trump stab us in the back? I wouldn't go that far. But...
No, he hasn't stabbed us in the back. It's just, it's him not going far enough is the problem.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think it's just people, I think people put way too much faith in, like, political parties, especially in a two-party system, because they're never going to do what you want. Just it's the way it's set up. If you put any faith in something happening in the American system, it's just kind of a joke. If you want to actually see stuff get done, go move to Europe. That's probably the best case. Like, America is just it's just status quo land. There's a Republican status quo and a Democratic status quo. Both kind of go with it. Like, that's the American system.
A lot of Reagan works if people are too scared to be to.
Well, no, nothing's ever gonna, like, the system is literally built so that there can't be any actual fundamental changes. So
I think there's just too much checks and balances.
Too much second ballot. Yeah, I'm sure that's a problem. I think the problem is just like we have strayed far away from the founding fathers intended. That's the problem.
The other problem is like it's harder to actually combat leftism because they have such a huge control over academia and Hollywood and so forth. So you can never really like rid their influence. Like we still don't have like a full blown counter elite at this moment. I mean, Elon Musk is probably one of the closest people we have.
Yeah. Polite rude guy for 2. Trump won 2020. We owe him 4 more years. Listen, I love Trump. I can't imagine Trump in 2030.
I'm gonna share this in general just for academic purposes. I don't know what to make of this. It's kind of worrying.
I'm not putting that stream.
That's kind of worrying.
Anyways, Chance Razik for 10. Recently discovered John Dole's channel. That guy is awesome. I especially like his take on people who claim to be America first, but they're obsessed with Israel, never talk about fixing the country. Yeah, that's always a problem, but yeah, John Dole's a great guy.
That'd be neat if he actually uploaded, but...
Yeah, he uploads like once a year, if that. So, Rye Guy for 2. I think the left wins in a hypothetical civil war. We're not. I'm so sick of the civil war talk. Guys, Tim Pool said 20 times now there's going to be a civil war.
If the average American is like 600 pounds. There's not going to be a civil war. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and apparently what the average home buyer is like in the 50s or 60s now.
No one's going to do a civil war. At most, you're going to just see more political violence until the country just like peacefully dissolves eventually. That's probably what would happen. There's never going to be
a national divorce.
MTG wants that.
All right. Yeah. Let's see here. Daryl forgot his password. He probably did. Oh my god. No. Remember when we were saying that Trump took a step in the right direction for messaging?
Mm-hmm.
What did he say now?
Oh no. No.
Housing's the most affordable it's ever been.
Oh, yeah, we have a Chris with hands statement.
This. Josh for 5. Vance seems more likely to use political power than Trump. Trump is more of an old rich boomer, while Vance is younger, more relatable. Yeah, I agree. Oh my god. I gotta pull this up.
What did he say?
I gotta pull up to confirm this is real. Yeah, per Axios, Trump officials say there is no affordability crisis.
Giving Biden vibes. Not gonna lie.
I'm telling you,
What did I tell you at the beginning of the stream? He said shit like this, but then is working. Like, if you look at the policies he's introducing, you can't come out and say the economy shit if you're the guy in power.
That's not even what we're saying, Luke. You're straw man. Like, I'm not even saying you have to say the economy shit. Just don't say there's no affordability crisis.
Yeah, I agree. But still, like, I don't think it's the biggest deal. I
It's
think
a
as
huge
long
deal.
as he's working to fix it, I'm not gonna.
Listen, I know it's not the exact same as Biden because he did nothing. You're just doing the same shit messaging wise as Biden. Oh, everything's perfectly fine. That's stupid. This is insane. Axios a bad take record with this. Yeah, but they've been saying this shit for months now. It's stupid. Stop with this shit of pretending everything's perfectly fine and ignore it. That's insane. Why do you think Trump's approval went down? Because the economy. This is stupid. It's just very frustrating because it is. It's the economy stupid. It's frustrating because they have been given so much research on this. Like, stop talking about, oh, guys, we fixed affordability. You just got to be in debt for 50 years to a shitty bank to buy a home. And that's only, and maybe you get a house.
Chris with hands put out something I posted in general. Turns out most of the, like, basically all of which was what counted was government jobs. There was about 100,000 government jobs lost, which again, this doesn't mean like permanent losses. This is just like all these government jobs, they aren't working right now because of the shutdown. So yeah, there were about 100,000 of those, which means technically, if you're not counting government, we actually gained 50,000. So
all right,
it's interesting.
Polite Rude Guy for 2. There's only a poor people crisis. I got money. Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna go over well with people. Lord Rhino for 2. Sleepy Don. Yeah, American Nerd for 6. With Trump doing stuff like this, do you think it's time for Vance, RFK, and other somewhat base cabinet secretaries to invoke the 25th? No. No.
That would, dude, especially with the foreign policy advancements we've made, if we swapped out the president, that would be the worst thing we could do. Especially someone like Vance, which I like him, but he doesn't have a lot of foreign policy experience. You can't expect him to just, on a whim, be able to get out there and just negotiate with Xi the rest of this treaty. Like, that's a horrible idea. Like, no. We need Trump for the foreign connections. And hopefully the second part of his first term, Trump can kind of like coach Vance on that a little bit. But he's nowhere near ready to be going toe-to-toe with these leaders. That's what I'll say.
Magic Show for 3. Don Biden, please just be gone soon. It's bad. Conservative Millennial for 2. Seems like you get to DC, you lose reality. Well, the problem with Trump is, I've noticed this, by the way. It seems like Trump is at his best when he's talking with average people, like at the base, when he's talking with like these podcasters and stuff. That's what it seems like he's at his best, because he understands what people are talking about. Problem is right now, Susie Wiles, like I said, she keeps him out from the public for stupid reasons. This is so insane. Why is it Trump doing why is he not doing rallies? Just do once a week. I know you're the president, but you gotta do something. You can't just sit behind just stay in DC forever. It's not good.
I mean, I guess it probably could just be because of his age.
I don't know.
Or just because, I mean, he's not running for a third term.
But still. Conservative Millennial for 2. Oh, right, they're ready. American Nerd for 2. Honestly, don't know how Trump could fix any of this. There's still time. American Nerd for 2. Or read that. Polite Rude Guy for 2. We were robbed of our 2020 win. Trump needs time. I get Trump needs time. Like, I'm not saying I'm expecting the biggest boom now, but
I'd like to point out, only 43% would still say they would vote for Kamala Harris if the election was held again.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a saving grace. The Democrat Party is so batshit crazy, it doesn't matter what Trump's doing.
They got lucky with their candidate picks in Virginia and New Jersey. That's what I'll say.
And they got really lucky with turnout and timing of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's...
The thing is, though, I mean, 2028 Democrats are I mean, it's a Californian or a Californian.
Yeah. So again, guys, I want to make this clear. I'm not just dooming is saying we're never going to win anything like Trump's worst president. That's dooming. But being a realist is saying, hey, this is a crisis with Trump's administration for his popularity. Because if you don't fix it now, you're screwed for next year. And you're screwed for possibly 2028. If you don't resolve it now. Because you don't want to deal with a recession in 27 or 28 because you're screwed at that point. They should have just let things fall in place this year, not piss around and yeah. All right, Polite Rude Guy for American Nerd for 2. Drap, your stream says he's running out of time. Yeah, he is running out of time. Not saying he is out of time. He is running out of time though. He has about, I would say, 3 more months. I would say to really change things. That's just my take. I think it was 3 months before it's over. Not fully over, but you're gonna be in such a bad position because that's when that's when the primaries start and stuff.
Do you think he should do you think Trump should repeal the tariffs just to boost the economy short term? At least the worst parts of it. Really?
I would say just do a stimulus check.
I don't think that's gonna work out.
We ball. We might as well triple down.
Might as well do both. Your and my idea. I think that would work short and long term. I would say that. I would be down for that.
All right. Polite Rude Guy for 2. It's constitutional for Trump 2028. It's legal. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's like with Nixon, if the president does it, it's legal.
Yeah, it's true. American Nerd for 2. Running out of time is the same as out of time. No, it's not. You have time if you're President Trump. But okay, since we've been kind of dooming and glooming, it has been.
Is American Nerd about to spend $20 arguing with you?
I don't know. But guys, it has been a positive development that we do got to talk before we end the stream, because I've kind of been critical of Trump. You could argue I might have been doing a little bit. I get that, but really you have to overreact in situations like this. In my opinion, if you want to get your point across, you have to do it.
Yes, if you want to get your point across, you have to say fuck Donald Trump and join your local no.
I never said fuck Trump. But
Well,
there
you
has
did,
been a
but
positive development, as according to who reported this?
according to sources that I made up.
No, I gotta find it. But yeah, so there's been reports circulating that rent decline drives steepest October drop in 15 years. So rent's going down, everybody. U.S. average rents fell to $1,700 in the month of October. Gosh, $1,700 for rent? Really?
Housing is the most affordable it's ever been in American history.
That's the average, by the way. Oh gosh, I can't imagine what it is in California. A 0.3% month-over-month drop, the steepest October decline in over 15 years, according to apartments.com. Rent growth has slowed to 0.8 annually. So this is interesting. So we are actually seeing rent going down. Good. This, apparently, I've read somewhere else, there is a correlation with the passing of the Big Beautiful Bill. It was right after that passed, the cost of rent went down a little bit.
Remember when Biden was treating a 20-cent decrease in 4th of July pricing as a big deal?
Guys, it's have a good weekend or whatever it was. What did Harris say?
Enjoyed a 3-day weekend or something.
Yeah, enjoy the extended weekend.
Really bad.
Yeah.
Also, Jasmine Crockett says they should reject voting machines by Dominion because
I saw that.
The election.
Of course.
I love Dominion. By the way, I love
natural.
Dominion now. We love Dominion. We love Dominion.
We love Dominion. We love
Dominion.
them.
Yes, we love Dominion.
This is a natural,
All right, American Earth for two.
Also, in other news, we did get an election projection yesterday.
Yeah, Seattle.
Yep, the Progressive has ended up winning in Seattle.
Rip.
That's actually a flip.
Good luck, Seattle. Bye.
Yeah, that was after our stream. So Decision Desk. Well, they originally called it for the moderates, and then the Progressives started gaining more votes because they were all mail-ins, and now she's finally taking the lead. So Seattle's elected a progressive mayor, which kind of makes sense. I think she was actually expected to win the entire time. Now she has.
All right.
It makes sense. Seattle's one of the most progressive cities in the entire country.
Yeah. American Nerd for 2, run out of time. I read that shit. American Nerd for 2, don't mean to doom, but it feels hopeless. It's not hopeless. People understand, saying it's hopeless is you dooming. Me saying, we're in a bad situation, but we can recover, that's not dooming. Just being real. K-Cup for 2, kind of been as a massive understatement. Rap, lol. Okay, well, I'm sorry, but when you say dumb shit after, getting smacked last Tuesday, it's kind of annoying. And I know for a fact he heard this stuff before. So... All right, but the admin doesn't even talk about this shit. They step on their good news and promote their bad news. Yeah, that's a problem. Focus on the good stuff and then say, hey, we're going to resolve the bad stuff. That's all you have to say. If you would just say that, you solve half the problems right there. You don't have to admit the economy is bad. Just say, hey, rent went down by 0.3% in the last month, but we're still focused on fixing housing. That's all you have to say. Chance Razik for 10. I think you're right about the Reagan comparison. If Trump gets the economy booming by next election, Vance wins. By the way, watch Massey lose his shit over the tariff checks, even though everyone loves them. Yeah. He's going to lose his shit. He's done anyways, so who cares what he has to say? So, yeah. Lord Rhino for 2. Stan will be like Stalinist versus Maoist. Yeah. That's your options, everybody. That's the totally moderate Democrat versus the progressive. Yeah, wow. Great. I think Portland's even worse than Seattle. Yeah, it is. Because Portland has Antifa running the show. All right. If anyone got any more super chats, any more questions, concerns, whatever, send them now. Last calls are super chats. Last calls are super chats. I think that's it. Did we miss anything? American Nerd for 6. My view is that if rap is saying that's bad, that it's over. As Bill Paxton said in Aliens, game over, man, game over. No, it's not over. It is not over until we say it's over. We have time still. We have a chance. Just we're far ways from getting that point.
We should talk about Texas, by the way, because there was a development with the Muslim community that's being built near Dallas.
Yeah, what's going on there?
They changed the name of it so they can, I guess, get around.
Of course, and guys, Texas Republicans can't do anything about it.
But yeah, don't mess with Texas or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, they renamed it to. Give me a second. I gotta find it.
Yeah.
It's up front like Meadows or something. Because it was originally called Epic City. Epic meaning East Plano Islamic Center.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
All right. Tomato for 5. Trump could ban H-1Bs right now, then push for ending the filibuster for immigration moratorium and merit-based migration. Well, okay, like he can't fully end it, but he has so much power to like restrict it so much to make it where it's like effectively worthless. Democrats got a free district in Utah. I saw that. It was gonna happen.
Yeah, it could get appealed though.
It might, because that decision's crazy. That was a crazy decision, Judge.
Also out of Texas, so Jody Arrington is retired.
I saw that.
After 10 years. And also State Representative Tom Craddock, who is 82 years old and has been in the Texas House since 1969.
Jeez.
Has announced his re-election campaign.
All right, Chad Jurassic for 5. One more question. What do you guys think of Tucker? I still like him a lot, but some of his takes are weird. He's one of those. He's a very strange character. Tucker at some points is really good, some points really bad. So
yeah, he's better than a certain other figures that are being targeted.
Yeah, I mean, he's better than Candace Owens, but not really saying much.
Yeah, better than Candace Owens for sure. That's what I was implying. I mean, yeah. Candace Owens is a complete joke.
I mean, when you're like making a conspiracy about like the faith being a reason Kirk got shot, it's crazy. All right. So I think that's everybody. Listen, the takeaway for the stream is don't give up. Don't say it's over. We are running out of time. I will say that the approval polls are getting worse, but there is still a chance for Trump. This is Teflon Don. He pulls shit out of his ass every time he's in trouble. Like, it's like that one meme from 2015 or 2016. It's like, how can Trump get out of this one? And he gets out of it. He can still pull it off. It is Teflon Don, but it just, there's got to be change now. If there isn't, we're in a lot of trouble. But, all right, so I think that's it, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy today's stream, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. I think that's it. Do we miss anything?
I don't think so.
Okay. We'll see you guys in the next stream, video, or wherever you see us at.